to make me a believer, but came up with nothing. Till you opened up my eyes, put the hope back in my life. Friends I thought I'd never find. 'Cause you and me and everybody is something lovely. You and me and everybody, we're feeling lucky. We're better together. Out of the dark and into the stars, the world is a treasure. And I found some gold, I want you to know that you opened up my mind, put some happy in my life. We're better unified. 'Cause you and me and everybody is something lovely. You and me and everybody, we're feeling lucky. I was always a dreamer, looking for something to make me a believer, but came up with nothing. Till you opened up my eyes, put the hope back in my life. Friends I thought I'd never find. 'Cause you and me and everybody is something lovely. You and me and everybody, we're feeling lucky. We're better together. Out of the dark and into the stars, the world is a treasure. And I found some gold, I want you to know that you opened up my mind, put some happy in my life. We're better unified. 'Cause you and me and everybody is something lovely. You and me and everybody, we're feeling lucky.
Hey y'all, hey everybody. I am remarkably still setting up and I will be right with y'all, okay? Check out um check out my new Be Right Back screen. Y'all, I'm here. Hi. Hi. Hello. I made it. I'm here. Hey. Okay, y'all, this is my first live after taking the break after Vlogmas. How y'all doing? How is the holidays? Thank you for coming. Hey, everybody. Okay, so I have a new setup. It's not quite complete, but y'all, look at this. Look at this. Ta-da. Y'all, the membership board. Go members. Go members. Go members. Go members. Okay, y'all. So, members, you're going to be up on the board. Yeah, this is the first thing since we came back to the holidays. Hi, Sharon. How are you doing? Okay, let me see. I need to get a comfortable with this setup, y'all. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Laurie. Whoever else is out there. Hello. Oh, yes. Sharon, wouldn't it be nice to meet up and have some coffee or some tea or whatever? That would be so awesome. I mean, come on, right? So yes. Yes, Sharon. Thank you to all the members. Thank you for your support to allow me to keep doing this. Let's hope we can keep growing the community. Woohoo! Quick announcement. If you follow me on IG and um on IG and on um Twitter, I posted an article that I'm very apprehensive but very proud about. So if you would give it a little look and if you enjoy it, share it. That would be really awesome. That out of the way. On my face, Sharon, really quickly, I put on the lip bar concealer. It's so good. It's really like my all-time favorite concealer. That, to be honest, it's the only concealer I've tried that I've actually like liked and not just been like I must be doing something wrong. And then and then this is the lip bar powder. I just put that all over. And then this Glum Light lip gloss. That's it. That's all I have going on. If I was leaving the house, I would probably put mascara on, but I do not care. I just thought I'd be a little pretty for y'all. I didn't do anything to the hair, but I might put it down because it's a little too heavy to be up. So, there we go. Ta-da! Laurie, y'all could meet in a park and sit two picnic benches apart. You sit at one picnic table. Sharon, um, Sharon sits at one picnic table. You each have your coffee that you bring from home, and you sip the coffee and you video chat. I know I'm being ridiculous, but yo, in case you don't follow me on Twitter, we are having the fifth wave here in St. Lucia. In 1 month, we went from daily average cases in triple digits to daily average cases in near 500. We went from total active cases of like less than 100 to total active cases of more than 3,000. So in a couple of days we'll be over 5,000. Everyone has COVID, but the government's not doing anything about it. Nothing's shutting down. Schools aren't closing. Nothing's changing because that's the life now. Everybody's just gonna get COVID. That's the thing. And I'm trying not to think about it because you know what? I can't. Okay? Instead, y'all, we're going to talk about this week's episode because our show is back. Y'all, let me know if the sound is okay. I didn't plug in the mic because I don't want to deal with that. Y'all, our show is back. Our show is back. Can you believe it? Laurie, we know you didn't watch it. So that's that. We know you didn't watch it. But you're always here for the live recap and the after show. So without any further ado, we're going to jump straight to it, okay? Straight to it. Yo! Let me get a drink of water real quick. Yo, 4400, for those who new here, 4400 is a show on the CW. It is a remake of an old show. Sorry about that, y'all. Of a show from 2003 that used to be on USA, but this time they made it black, and we are here for it. The characters in the show are Shanice. Oh, the premise of 4400. They go missing sometime in the past 100 years. They all come back one night. Shanice. If you want to know more about the characters, I usually go over them in every live, but not today. Okay, we have Shanice. We have DeAndre, who Shanice is currently dating. We have LaDonna, who we haven't seen. We have Claudette, who was not in this episode. We haven't seen LaDonna for a few episodes, and we don't know if she'll come back this season. We have Claudette. We have Hayden and Mildred, who weren't featured in this week's episode either. We have Reverend Isaiah, who was heavily featured in this week's episode. Logan, who's Shanice's husband from before she disappeared, but Logan has a new wife now. We have Noah, who we don't see anymore. I know Sharon, an episode without Claudette is just not the same. So those are the returnees, and now on the other side we have Keisha, who's a parole officer. Jessica, who used to be Keisha's girlfriend, she works for DHS but not anymore. Jarrell, who's a social worker, and Soraya, who's in IT, and Mr. Green, who is the big bad government person. Okay, So before we jump into the recap of this week's episode, um, yes. Claudette isn't gone, Laurie. She's out of town for this episode, so she's just not in this episode. LaDonna is the one that posted about the season wrap for as a season wrap for LaDonna, so I don't know if she's coming back for this season. Okay? And anybody new here, Sharon is in addition to the member, in addition to a Patreon, Sharon is a mod on this channel, and also Sharon is the producer. So from time to time, you might see her post um some extra helpful hints and whatnot in the chat to help me out. And also, she lets me know if the sound starts cutting out. And I do not know why I'm yelling. I'm yelling because I'm excited. Okay, y'all. Here we go. Let's get into that recap, huh? So it starts off with Gladys Keller on the news reporting about the 4400, and she says Mildred is from she disappeared from Southern California in 1972, and I have questions. Do y'all have questions about, like, maybe Mildred was living in like a commune or something like that? I have questions. And so we start with Keisha and Jarrell walking down the hallways. Y'all, how many times is Keisha and Jarrell going to walk down the hallways? Huh? They're always talking and walking down the hallways. So I don't remember what they were talking about, y'all. I've had a long day. I don't want to talk about it. But they're walking, and oh, they were talking about like Mildred. No, they were talking about checking on the guy who can. Oh y'all, I forgot to show the trailer, but that's okay. That's fine. You know what? Just forget about it. No. Yes, let's just forget about it. It's okay. Yes, so they were talking about the guy who can throw fire that they released from custody, and like checking on him to make sure he's okay. When um Jarrell notices that there's a new number on the clock. It's in the 3 position, but of um instead of it being the number 3, it's the number 6. So he's like, I know money is here. Money is trying to tell me something. Yes, you are so right, Sharon. Like, there's just something. The shots of Detroit and also Jarrell and Keisha walking down hallways. So true. And so um so he's like, money's talking to me. And then, oh, I'm missing a slide. Where is it? uh, okay. So anyways, what they did with this episode was they they went back. So they went back in time to show us what happened just before the attack for everybody. So when right when he was looking at that, oh yes, it's right here. There's the picture I'm looking for. They start hearing the disturbance, and all the security run past them, because that's what I'm a little not quite, I had a long day also. Please bear with me. Thank you so much. So anyways, when they're looking at the clock, if you go down to this picture over here on the lower left, you can see the security running past Jarrell, because that's when they will happen. Okay, Kenneth, thank you. Whatever that means, thanks for coming. If you're spamming the chat, Sharon will get rid of you. But thank you for coming. Um, okay, so that's where Keisha and Jarrell were in the hallway. Jarrell had like literally just noticed the clock when all hell broke loose and they started running. Meanwhile, Jessica, the bad girlfriend, was back at the hospital getting a coffee, and you see that this doctor or nurse or medical professional in the scrubs back there, apparently, y'all, she and Jessica hooked up, and now Jessica doesn't really want to talk to her, because it was just a hookup, and Jessica is watching the live taping on her tablet, and she gets a call from Mr. Big Bad Green, and y'all, they are referring to the 4400 by number, and Green is telling her the pyro guy um escaped when all hell broke loose, and she's on the other end on the of the phone call. Meanwhile, oh my god, what's his name? Steve. Steve, the security guard, is in the hallway with the other security guards, and they're being annoying as usual, but they've also started making really um really racist memes to share online. Um excuse me, to share online about the 4400. Like, this is one that says Laguana go home. So, they're even people will just um people will just always find a way to dehumanize people, and to I need to reset the burp counter. People will just find a way to dehumanize people, and to just go back into old racist tropes, right? um so while they were there doing their making fun of the 4400, all hell broke loose. They start running. They leave Steve to gather hallway. um what's his name, Rev, comes up against Steve. He like holds the tranquilizer gun up, and then Rev just like backs up and goes away. Meanwhile, Soraya is video chatting with her mother. um if you want to know what they're talking about, you can watch it. um I mean, it's a nice chat. It's very representational about like immigrant mothers and stuff, but her mother is asking her about like coming home with a yes, the mom, like, on point. And while she's there, her mother is also watching it. They're video chatting while they're both watching it on screen, and then all hell broke loose. So Soraya gets up and starts running, and Jarrell kind of shields her, and they run together away. Let me tell y'all, I watched this other show called Family Reunion on Netflix. It's like a little comedy, and they keep saying, when you see black people running, run. And it's funny that both Jarrell and Soraya are running away from the commotion. They're like, save themselves first, because POC will often run away from the commotion and not towards it. Um, so then it cuts back to the news reporting, and our friend, whatever her name is, reporter, is announcing they have a tip line, y'all. They have a tip line. Tip line is never a good reason. It's never good. It's just going to lead to like in that situation. But a lot of the times, a tip line for this, everybody will call in and say that their neighbors are 4400. They're just trying to make people snitch, and people will make up stories. So they're having a briefing about it, and they're arguing about like rounding them up and stuff, but they know where the 4400 are, so they're going to monitor it. And that's when, oh, there's an empty slide. That's when they say they're going to trigger the conservatorships. Look, like, if you're looking for a kidnap victim, something like that, where they're looking for the victim, okay, fine. But like a general tip line, like, you know what? We're not even going to talk about the tip line. We just not. We just not. They triggered the conservatorships, right? So they're putting everybody that signed the contract back in those prison clothes, and then they're taking their blood like whenever they want, and they are not happy about it. Shanice is not happy. The pastor, Reverend Isaiah, is not happy because like he helped them. He thought the government was doing a good thing for the people. How many times have people been in that situation? And he helped them. So they're like really worried. And Jarrell goes to show Keisha the clock. But y'all know Keisha is a skeptic. So she's like, like, where's money? If he's doing this, where is he? Why doesn't he just show himself? So meanwhile, Jae-yoon is in the courtyard talking to Reverend Isaiah and like feeling really bad about it. And Keisha walks in and she like holds Jae-yoon's hand and she sees like Jae-yoon was saying she just bought a new dog and she was playing with it. Um and then Keisha and Reverend Isaiah talk, but I've forgotten what they talk about in this scene, okay? Um this might be the scene. No, they're trying to figure out what to do in this scene. We'll just say that. So Saraya comes to Dr. Andre's room because he wanted to see her. Yes, this is the actress who plays Jaeyoon. Jiyoon? I might be saying it incorrectly. I apologize. Um yes, yes. Y'all see why Sharon is the producer, y'all. I could not do this without her. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, Reverend's just feeling really bad right now, which is like, you asked Shanice for help. Why didn't he consult Shanice again before going in with the government? Because men always think they know best. um so la, 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 la. So Soraya comes in and Dr. Dre asks her to help him figure out the what's on the files that they stole from Ipsy Med. And we learned that Dr. Dre has been keeping the computer in a vent. And so he also learned that he's typed up all the COBOL code, but he doesn't know what it does yet. So this is where like I was a little confused because like she said he needed a like another program to be able to read the files from Ipsy Med, but she didn't say anything about the COBOL code. So I don't know what's going on with that. Like, this episode, y'all, left me with more questions than answers, and I really want to know like what about the COBOL code? I'm like, so you got the whatever it's called to read the stuff from Ipsy Med, but what about the COBOL code? Like, what does that do? I still want to know. We've been waiting for many episodes ever since they found that piece of paper in the book to find out what the COBOL code does. Um, so she says she'll bring the program so they can read the stuff, right? And Jarrell goes to Jessica's office, and Jessica fires him. She fires him. It's a whole scene, but she's a big bitch about it. She fires him. Moving on. Um, so we go back to what's their name? These two people, Shanice and the Reverend, talking, and this is where Shanice tells him if they can finish what they started, establishing the hotel as a sanctuary, they might be able to get the government to leave. Which scene, Sharon? The scene where he was fired, or this scene here where Reverend is really trying to like figure out how to help the people that trusted him that he feels like he let them down. So Sharon, let me Sharon. So Shanice is like, what if we can get the sanctuary thing through like we started and just push it through? Um, then maybe we can get the government to leave us alone. And meanwhile, oh, look, I was not surprised. I was not surprised. I was not surprised. Let me tell you, I have learned that the white people that date the black people are some of the not nicest people on earth. And Jessica is just like controlling, and she never wanted Jarrell there in the first place. And now that Mildred attack Mr. Green. She has like free reign to do like all the baddies that she wants to do. But Jessica isn't the real villain in the story because she just wants to just do stuff. But Mr. Green is the one who's the real big like bad guy puppet master. Really, I hate that man. Okay, so they're at a bar. Keisha and Drella at a bar drinking. Yes, that it was really good, Sharon. They're at a bar drinking because Jarrell was fired, and Jarrell is like joking on Keisha because like that was her girlfriend. Yes, Sharon, in a lot of ways she is a pawn. She is a pawn in a lot of ways. So they're talking about um they're talking about like Jessica and him being fired, and then like what's her name? Keisha is going to say that she can keep watching out for the people. I don't remember what else happened. So I forgot when I was doing the screenshots to do like the aerial shots and the establishing shots to let us know we are in Detroit, even though we have never been to Detroit. But like so at this point, I'm starting to feel like Detroit is a character in the show because like they try to show us so much of it, and the more we get into it, what is a chime card? Oh my God, Sharon. See, this is why we need Sharon. What's a chime card? I don't know what a chime card is. I just was like, I don't know what that is. Is that like a Cash App card? Like what's a chime card? We await. We await. Um so they're in that park. We're in a park in Detroit, and who is there? Shanice and Dr. Dre have snuck out for their secret. Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't hear a chime card. Watson, hey! We're talking about this show called 4400. It's set in Detroit and it's on the CW. And every Tuesday we come talk about it. So Shanice and Dr. Dre have snuck out and they are in the they're in the park. So they're in the park and they're talking about their situation that they're in with him being in the conservatorship and stuff. And just when they're having this lovely intimate moment, who do we see come swinging through on his skateboard? But security guard Steve. Steve see them. They see Steve, and it's like, you see me? I see you. You see me? I see you. So just when Steve is like, wait, what are y'all doing out? And he starts walking towards them, boom, someone bumps into him and he falls and he bumps his knee. And Dr. Dre is like, I have to help them. And Shanice is like, boy, you better not. Let's go. Let's get out of here. But does Dr. Dre listen? No, he does not. He has to go help. So he goes to help. And since his power is healing, he puts his hand over. He heals the knee. It's good as new. But because there is a tip line, people are already on their phones trying to call it in. Be like, this is a 4400. We got to call it in. Snitches got to snitch. Okay, later, they come back to the lounge. Burns! Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Burns is here. I remember his hair. Let me show you my new member video. So we can welcome Burns in. Even if Burns isn't a new member, but Burns is our first ever member. Burns, I have a membership board. Burns, look you up there on the membership board. Burns can close at 3 months membership. Whoop whoop. I didn't like the pom poms like Burns, so I can go whoop whoop.
Cause you and me and everybody is something lovely. Woo, woo, woo.
Yay! Okay, y'all, that's my That's my little video for when we get a new member. In case y'all haven't noticed, commercial break. In case y'all haven't noticed, um, I um I did like a whole bunch of like, well, first of all, in case you haven't noticed, the channel has a new name. No more yoga with Mo. It's Mo says so because we're not doing yoga on this channel. We're just talking. So that's what's going on, y'all. I'll figure out where I'm going to put my yoga content. But for now, the talking videos do better. These 4400 videos do better. So that's what we're doing on the channel. Is Moch says so. It's social commentary, talking stuff, and we have our membership board. And in case y'all missed it, my books are here in the background, along with some skincare that I'm doing a video on, and other random things. The makeup that I'm wearing, it's fine. It's fine. We're all fine. We're fine. Mo says so 2022. Woo, woo, woo. And so y'all, we see we have new channel artwork. Y'all should see the new header on the channel. We have new intro, new end screen for the video, and we have all of our new little videos for when we go live.
Cause you and me and everybody, it's something lovely. Woo, woo, woo.
Y'all, and that was if we ever get a super chat, that's what you'll see. I'm really proud of them. I did them all by myself. And I'm really actually super proud of them. I made them in Canva in case anyone's interested. Okay? Anyways, y'all, let's get back to our regular programming. So where we were in the episode, right, was um Dr. Dre. Okay, before we get back to that, let me answer Sharon. Yes, Sharon, I kept the potatoes, although like it might not really make sense right now. So like just today I was like, should I rename y'all not the potato chip crew? But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. People cannot know what the potato chip crew means. Otherwise, I'll have to name you like Mo's Minions or something. We'll save the potato chip crew for now. Okay, so where was I? Yes, so Dr. Dre just healed security guard Steve. But the thing is, Vern's John Closet, it's me, Watson. Yes, honey, is in the chat and he's saying, hey. Um, so after he heals the person, he does not feel well. He feels like a lot of pain, really unwell, and he has to like touch someone else and transfer the pain to them. So when he's in there, y'all, Shanice is going in. She's like, you never listen to me. I'm making that up. But she's like, you can't just think about yourself in those things. Like, you don't, in a hospital, you don't have to heal every sick person. And he sees the rat and he's like, hold on. Y'all seen that? I've been watching way too much TikTok, so all the things are in my head now. It's like, hold on, Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Have I showed y'all that TikTok? Let me know if I haven't showed it to y'all. Just Google Steve Harvey. Not Google. Check on YouTube. Steve Harvey, Holy Spirit, activate, and you'll see the video. So he touches the rat, and poor rat, it just like and like just like collapses. And thank you, Watson. Thanks for the share. And but he feels better after like after collapsing the rat, and that's why we learned that Claudette is out of town. But I want to know, where did Claudette go? Where did she go? And again, guess what time it is? An aerial shot to let us know that it's no longer daytime, it's now nighttime. And they're still at the bar, but this time they're talking again about Jess not texting Keisha back, and Soraya shows up, and it's a little awkward between Keisha and Soraya, but Jarrell doesn't really. Taya, hold on, y'all. Another member in the house. Another member in the house.
'Cause you and me and everybody, it's something lovely. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, Toya is in the house, another member with the name on the board. Go, y'all. Okay, back to the show. welcome in, Toya. Oh, and also I forgot to say, y'all, that Winston has a channel, so y'all can check it out, and see if it's something you like. Yes. Okay, y'all, it's a party up in here. All right, so yes, so Soraya comes by, right? And it's like kind of awkward because you'll remember Kisha and Soraya hooked up, right? But like Jarrell doesn't really notice because he's preoccupied with being fired. And then they're like talking about Jarrell being fired. And then Jarrell's like, wait. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. I don't know why I keep saying that. Wait. Che, hello. Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. We are talking about the show 4400, last night's episode. They came back from their mid-season break, and we are talking about it. So yeah, so Jarrell's like, wait, hold up. Because y'all remember I was telling y'all that asked Keisha to Jarrell asked Keisha to keep an eye on the clock in the hotel since he's fired. But then, lo and behold, outside the bar, there is also a clock. And it has a Roman numeral 9 on it. And so Jarrell goes in for a closer look and he's like, what does it mean? What does it mean? Oh my god, I have been watching too much TikTok trying to get, well, for other reasons, but also because y'all know I have been getting the funny videos for y'all off of TikTok, and I have a few lined up for Friday's live. We're going live on Friday, y'all. We're going live on Friday. Okay. Okay. So he's like, I have to figure it out. So then Soraya is like, what if? And Keisha's like, why would he do that? Like, why, if he's here, why wouldn't he just show up if he's here? And then Soraya's like, wait, what if it's not like a clock, but it's a code? And he's like, but what would it mean? And they're like, what if it's a page in a book or something? And he's like, oh, we used to leave each other messages in a book or whatever. And so Gerald's like, let me go check my books. And then Keisha and Soraya's like, do you want to have a drink or something? And Keisha's like, no, I have to work early tomorrow. So it seems like it was a one-time hookup, but y'all, I don't know. Will they, won't they? I mean, they have, but will they, won't they again? We want to know. This is what they do: is they give us a hot, steamy episode, and then they give us like a not steamy episode. But you know what? We take what we get. Guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? So now we know they're back at the hotel because this is the hotel, the Bois Blanc Hotel. Let me sidetrack y'all. Let me tell you a story. See how like there's all the red brick in the building? When I first came to the US, because there's a lot of red brick in the Northeast, I didn't understand why all the buildings were that color. I was like, why are the buildings the same color? First of all, why are all the buildings the same color? First of all, because in the Caribbean, we do not all the buildings the same color, colorful buildings, which is why I could never live in a suburb with a HOA where the houses can be cream, beige, or gray. No. um so yeah, so I did not understand why the buildings were that color, and then I learned that it's brick, and that's what they do. They just brick. That's what y'all do. Y'all just make y'all buildings out of brick, and y'all don't make them pretty. Why y'all don't make y'all buildings pretty? Make y'all buildings pretty, America. Make y'all buildings pretty. Okay, y'all. So, anyways, we are back at the hotel. And Dr. Dre goes to talk to Steve, like to check on him, because y'all know Dr. Dre is first and foremost always a doctor. Um, and he goes to talk to Steve and to ask him like if his knee's still bothering him and stuff. And Steve is like, you know, they thought I was a 4400 in the park. They doxed me, and people are outside my family's store, and I cannot do anything to put my family in danger again. And later we'll find out, but I'll tell you now. Soraya explains to Dr. Dre that that there was a lot of anti-Asian hate after during COVID. And then the Dr. Dre is like, I just wanted to check on you because I know LaDonna would want to check on you. And it's like, don't even mention LaDonna's name. And I'm like, what is going on? I have even more questions about where LaDonna is. Is she okay? Because like in the previous scenes, when when let me see if I can find it. When they were in the right here, um right here, Dr. Dre was like, he hasn't been able to reach LaDonna, which is why he reached out to Soraya for help. And he's like, I guess she's ghosts. And he's like, and then Soraya said she hasn't heard from LaDonna either, and said, I guess she's ghosts. But he said, and then she's like, no, you mean ghosted? She ghosted us both. Um, so I don't know if maybe like Steve is also mad because LaDonna ghosted him as well. So that is something really interesting that I really want to know about. Okay. So then, oh, this is out of order. This is not. Oh, okay. No, no. I keep forgetting what this slide is. Um. So then, even though Shanice and Reverend Isaiah have not signed a conservatorship, the guards will not let them leave the building. So then Jessica comes and they're like, we can leave the building, we're free, we didn't sign the conservatorship. And she's like, public safety, public safety. And she's like, what you're going to me, I can mail it for you. And she said, well, they're like explaining, I do not know why I tell this woman their business. I would not tell her what I was about to mail. Like, why are they talking so much? Since when black people don't know to keep their mouth shut? Anyways, they tell her they're like filing their paperwork for sanctuary, and they have a back and forth. And she's like, my department is the one who are approving it. You're not getting any sanctuary. Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that being said, they left. So Keisha goes to talk to Jessica, yell at her for firing Jarrell, and Jessica is being big white woman energy. She's like, you come here about your coworker, then you care about our relationship. You don't care about our breakup. You care about Jarrell firing because everything has to be about me. I'm the most important person in your life because I'm Jessica. Jessica. Y'all, I'm like flipping my hair and doing things with my head, and y'all can't even see it. Um, so they okay. So they have an argument, and my ring light turned off. I might have kicked it. So they have an argument, and y'all, in the end, Jessica Jessica. Keisha's like, well, in that case, I quit. And she takes her badge off and she puts it on the table. She walks out of the room and closes the door behind her. And y'all, that reminds me of a story time that in our next members only live. There's like a story that I really want to tell y'all about a time I was a real bad bitch and walked out on this guy, and I want to tell y'all about it. But it's going to be a members only live stream because y'all, it's a hot topic. It's a hot story. It's a hot story. So um keep that in mind. I haven't figured out when we're having the members only live stream, but yeah, y'all know. Yeah, that was just like such a scene. Like, but you know, the thing is, Jessica thinks she's the main character. She thinks she's the villain, and she does not know yet that she's not a villain. She's a pawn in the game. I wonder if the story will come around to show Jessica that she's not important in this. They will throw her aside the minute they don't mean to. I don't think Keisha like really really meant like she walked in there. I don't think Keisha walked in there meaning to quit, but I think like when Jessica brought up her sister especially, she was just like, I've had it. I don't need to be here, like, because when they showed us the flashback of Keisha going, like how she was about to like open her little cafe and stuff, that like Keisha's dream is not to do that. Like it was, she did it like as a knee-jerk response to her sister's murder, and as like through this, and now she's in the grief group, and she is like realizing, that even people who do bad things are like good people too, and like they deserve to be treated humanely, and they don't deserve to be dehumanized. And like the way Jessica tried to manipulate her, I think she just had it. She just like had it, you know, because like as sometimes as a black person, like you have a position where you have to behave, but like you will always like identify with the person that's being oppressed, and then and you just have to preserve your peace of mind sometimes, you know. So Keisha quits, and guess what, y'all? We got two establishing shots in a row, and they even had traffic. So we're back at the hotel. Hold on, your water break. Um, so what was I saying? Oh yes, back at the hotel. So Soraya like runs the program, and they like looking at like all the information, and Soraya tells Dr. Dre that the one thing she noticed is that everyone's blood has the same anomaly, ZMT. So he's like, I don't know what ZMT means. And so she says, on another blank slide, she says, um, let me take the flash drive with all the information you stole from IpsiMed, and let me work on it for a sec. Do you trust me? Okay, I'm gonna take this, and I'm going to work on it for you. So she left with the fun drive. Meanwhile, this was a heavy scene. Um, Shanice asks Reverend Isaiah. So previously, in a previous scene, Reverend Isaiah had told Shanice about how like he'd taken, like when he held Mildred, afterwards she lost her power, and he thinks his power is to take people's power away. And so like he felt really bad about that, because how is his power to take people's power away when he wants to be the one fighting for the 4400 and protecting them? So then Shanice comes, and Shanice is like, can you take my power away? Because like, and he's like, no, I don't want to. And Shanice is like, nobody asked for this. Like, we didn't have a choice in whether or not we got these powers. So now it's my choice. I don't want the power because I cannot hold people. And Reverend Isaiah is like, but when you saw James past, it helped her. And she's like, but I didn't have her permission to look at her past. I didn't know it was going to happen, so like I prefer to not have the power. And they think if people choose to give up their power, they'll release them from the conservatorship. But also, like, my thing is, if they're trying to use Rev's power of being like a power takeaway to make people release people from the conservatorship, my thing is that what's going to happen instead is that the government is going to take Rev and try to figure out how he takes people's powers away and use that against the 4400. There is no way the government finds out that Rev can take away powers and doesn't use that as a weapon against the 4400. No way, no how. So he holds her hand, and like she starts seeing the day they went back to Belle Isle, and then it just goes blank, and boom, her power is taken away. And now they show us the front door. I don't think we've ever seen the front door with the Bois Blanc sign of the hotel. I just like, sometimes I really worry about the budget of the 4400, and if we'll even get another season, because like the special effects just seem so like low rent, and like it seemed like they didn't have as much budget for like b-roll and establishing shots, and now they've got like more and more, they get more like, they finally got the budget, so they sent somebody out to take like all the establishing shots. And also I think the show is made in Chicago as well too. um so they're coming in the elevator, and um yeah, I need to take a little break. Okay, hold on. We're back. So yeah, so they're coming up the elevator, and Shanice tells Rev that she snuck out and mailed the sanctuary papers. So I am thinking, I thought like she'd just gone and done it, but apparently she'd done it before. And when they come up and the elevator doors open, other government agents are packing up to leave, and they're like, "What? What is going on?" And we see other people, and we see Jessica coming over towards Shanice, and they're like, "Well, they're leaving. I guess that's good." Um, and Jessica hands them the papers, and she's like, "Ta da da! You have your sanctuary status now. Ta da da da!" So they're like, "Okay, I guess. I mean, that's a good thing, right?" So they're all like happy, and like they're all like happy, and all like this is me getting tired. They're all happy and be like, "Oh, we won. They'll leave us alone now." But also like you can see they're a little like apprehensive, you know? Yeah, Sharon, some intense stuff is coming up. Like they pack a lot into the show. I didn't I did not take pictures of that, but yeah, like obviously they're leaving, and then like while they're leaving, the god like elbows Andre out of his way, and like when one is walking out, he like throws the trash can down. But like to be like, that's par for the course. Like, I mean, some people who've never interacted with certain type of people might see that as like the writers on the show exaggerating, but no, 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 they're not. No, they're not. When you have like a difficulty with a white person, like I've had that happen in the military, and like when you win, they'll do something childish, like toss a garbage can on the floor. Like I didn't even take screenshots of it because I was just like, meh. Um, guess what? An aerial shot of Detroit, so y'all know it's still night. I just want to say, like, I really enjoy those, but at the same time, I enjoy making fun of them. Um, so they're at the bar, but Claudette isn't at the bar because she's out of town. And Guard Steve is upset because he's been posted to the web like as a 4400, but the guard is there and all the guards and they're drinking and they're like, oh, we wouldn't leave you hanging there. No, you're not unemployed. There's a new job, and this time it has benefits, and we're not subcontractors, and it gets real jobs because somebody has to go round up the 4400 in the wild. Can it be any more slave catchery? Like, honestly, can it be any more slave catchery that they're gonna have like these people and like we don't even know what kind of training they have. Um, we don't even know about how much training they have, and they're going to just be letting these people loose into neighborhoods to catch 4400 to I'm not okay with this. Like, I am not okay with this. I am not okay with this even more that I am not okay with the tip line. Like, people will be just calling on false tips. The guards themselves will be making up tips so they can go catch people. Is Small Axe a different show? Is Small Axe that show that I didn't watch that was on Amazon Prime where they were doing like a bunch of short like stories about people of color and like civil rights movement? Okay, yes, and Steve seems to agree because I mean he needs the job. But also we can see the fact that Steve is really not comfortable. He doesn't really fit in with the guards. And like I'm glad they've kept Steve around because I went to see how they develop Steve's character. Okay. Um so here we are. Oh, this part. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts about this part, but let's just look at it. So we see Saraya going in the park to meet somebody with her two coffees. Who does she meet? Bad Karen Pawn. Um, Karen Karen Pawn. Pawn. I noticed that might sound wrong. Pawn. Um, mini bad guy Jessica. Yes, Sharon. I saw a lot of ads for those, but sometimes those kinds of shows can be a little too heavy for me. Like they can hit a little too close to home. So I haven't watched it. Just like Women of the Movement. I want to watch it, but like the emotional distress, no. Um so So Saraya hands Jessica a coffee cup and she's like, the flash drive with all the information is in there. Isn't it that with all the information is in there? There aren't any copies. And Jessica's like, well, what did they find out? All they know is something called ZMT. What is it? And Jessica's like, no, nothing to worry about. You're in the inner circle now. So here's my question, okay? Here's my question. Is Saraya really a traitor or is she a double agent? Like, I want to know because she didn't tell Jessica about the COBOL code. So I don't know if Jessica knows about the COBOL code. And we still don't know what the COBOL code does. So is Jessica trying to give her that? Um, is Jessica trying to give her that, or is she trying to give it to her in hopes that she'll be able to get inside and get more inside information? Okay, Laurie thinks she's a double agent. I'm really hoping she's a double agent. Like, I don't think Saraya would just betray them like that without having an ulterior motive. Okay, Sharon, so I see what you say. They are heavy. I'm glad I didn't watch it. Like, no. Mm. But I do recommend people to go look it up. Small Axe. I know it was on Amazon Prime. I don't know where else you can watch it. And like if it's something you're interested in, you might like it. I heard it's really good too. Okay, so yes, Sharon. I just really hope Soraya is a double agent. Okay, Soraya better be a double agent. But also, like, all the time, I'm thinking, is Claudette really out of town? Is Claudette safe? What did Claudette go to do out of town? Will we get that in the next episode? And is LaDonna okay? All of those thoughts are in my mind too at the same time. So meanwhile, Black in Claudette's apartment, which used to be Money's apartment, Money and Keisha are there, and of course they're making fun of Money because she's like, "How you have keys? You're not hooking up, and you have keys. What exactly is this?" And Jarrell is like, "No, I just have to take the rest of Money's stuff." And she's like, and so he takes out this box of books because he said he's checked all of the books that he had at his home, and they were like talking and talking and talking. And then he realizes that the book he needs is A Wrinkle in Time. And wouldn't you know it, when he picks up the book, guess what? There is a clock on the book. There's a clock on the book, so it has the numbers one, two, but wasn't it that Jarrell was the one who wrote the two though? One, two, 6, 9, and 16. 1, 2, 6, 9, 16. So here's the thing: is the code really 1, 2, 6, 9, 16, or is the code 1, 6, 9, 16? Like, okay, so Sharon has put it up there, and yeah, that hits way too close to home for me. Okay. So what, so like, I also want to know, like, um is the code, is two an essential part of the code, and like, because like it's not a page number. So meanwhile, while they're trying to figure it out, knock knock knock. Oh no, no, yo, I'm giving away the ending. Okay, so meanwhile, we go back to the hospital. Jessica is there with the big bad guy, Agent Green, who we find out that Agent Green was the one who authorized giving them the sanctuary as time refugees, so that he could, they would think they were not being monitored, but he's monitoring them. Because y'all remember that episode, like a way back, where he showed, like, he has a map that shows the location of all the 4400, and they're actually monitoring them with the phones. So meanwhile, back at the apartment, they're like trying to figure out what the code means, like what page they should look on and stuff. Knock 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 on the door, it's the police. But here's a question, yo: how did the police know where Jarrell was? Is the police, and y'all, they arrest Jarrell for theft of government property. And oh, back in this scene, we learn that these two are the ones who orchestrated arresting Jarrell. So I'm pretty sure it's a frame up, like, what government property did he steal? um so yeah, he's been arrested. And that's it, y'all. That's the episode. That is the episode. Y'all, Burns is home safe. Burns is home safe. We are so happy you are home safe, Burns. We are so happy you're home safe. Yay! I hope you had a good day. Did you go back to work today? I know you've been off for a while. So I'm so happy you had a good day. Yeah, so that's the episode. And real quickly, I had to use a website for this, so I didn't like double check the music by myself. But these are some of the songs that were played in this episode, and I have added it to my big 4400 music playlist. So if you go on my channel, on the playlist tab, you will see all the songs that are in the different episodes, and are also available on YouTube, because not all the episodes are available on YouTube. And the last time I forgot to share the music with y'all. I don't know any of these artists or these songs, but maybe y'all do. And yeah, that is it, y'all. So now, if you have any questions, any theories in the chat, let me know. We can talk about it. Oh, Sharon. Yes, yes, Sharon. That's true. Keisha will have to pick up on where Jared left off to figure out but I don't remember if they arrest if they must have he must have dropped the book when they arrested him. So it's just so like sorry yo. If they Keisha will have to figure out the code without Jarrell. Like I want to know about the code in the book and the cobalt code. Maybe the code from the book has to go in the cobalt code to make it do what it needs to do. Did we think of that? Did we think of that? Okay, Sharon. I've noticed also, which is why I keep saying 4400 doesn't have a big budget. Because I've also noticed that they use a lot of like new and upcoming artists, which means it's probably like cheaper and they probably like use a service or something. Because not all of their songs um you can find on like regular places where you find song. Yes, Sharon, I really hope there's more people sympathetic to the 4400 than people who will just like react in fear and be afraid of them. I'm hungry. I'm really hungry all of a sudden. Really, really hungry. Oh my god, I heated up some soup to eat and I forgot. This is the second time I've heated up my food, gone to the bathroom, and forgotten I was heating up food to eat. I keep doing that. I really need to stop doing it. Um, okay. And y'all, I forgot to get the trailer. This is where I normally play the trailer for next week's episode. Um, let me see if I can pull it up and maybe it will play. Let me see if I can pull it up really quickly. Because normally I have it in StreamYard just ready to play, which makes it easier. Okay. Because then we can theorize about next week's episodes. Like they have to show us next week's episode. They have to show us Claudette in next week. I don't think they're going to tell us anything about LaDonna. I think they might just draw out LaDonna stories the whole series. They also haven't given us Mildred's backstory, like where Mildred is from, and that episode. Sorry, y'all. That episode that Sean from the first series directed, um we still haven't got that episode where he's also guest starring. We don't have that yet. So I'm hoping really soon it will be um time to tell us about Mildred's story, like the backstory of Mildred. There we go. There we go. Okay, y'all, I have it pulled up. Oh, and Claudette is in there. Okay, let me see if I can try and like let us watch it live, okay? Um so y'all listen to some music while I no, I'll just set it up. Just bear with me for a little while. Okay, so we should be sharing now. So it's just loading. It's just loading right now. So oh, I really hope so. I really, really hope he's a dad, Sharon. I think so too. I really hope Steve becomes a double agent. Maybe they'll send Steve to catch LaDonna. Wouldn't that be interesting? Okay, obviously it is taking a long time. I really can't wait for next week's episode. Like, we've been spoiled by Netflix. Oh, here it is.
What you did gave the
Why is it making me?
4,400 hope. Now they see us as a threat. What you did gave the 4,400 hope. Now
Whoa.
they see us as a threat.
Yo. Yo. Yeah. Like, okay, first of all, what's his name? Shanice's husband in the dark hoodie? Is he helping Claudette? Is Claudette working with Mildred? Remember in the last episode, Claudette was looking like she was building a bomb? Is that why Claudette is out of town? Are they on like a secret mission? I think I saw broken glass. Y'all, next week's episode is going to be really good. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for next week's episode. I cannot wait. Okay, I think that's everything. Before we go, I want to remind everybody of my membership. So let's just real quick learn about my memberships, and then we'll come in and wrap things up and final thoughts and everything.
Hey y'all, I got membership so you can join the crew. Woo! For those who want to support me a little more, I have 3 levels of memberships. We got Potato Chip Crew at $2.99. You get loyalty badges that show how long you've been a member. And look y'all, I got the little potatoes. And you got emojis that only members can use, and I got y'all some potato chips, and of course I had to get a mermaid. And you also get access to member only live chats. That's lives where only members can talk. Then we have the Super Crew at $6.99. You get everything from the previous level plus member shoutouts, members only updates on the community tab, and members only live chat. For $24.99, you get everything from the previous 2 levels, plus I'll follow you on social media, and you get wallpapers for your phone and you get to choose one of my books for free. If you want to become a member, just hit up that join button and let's have some fun together. Whee!
Yes, y'all. Members, drop your emojis in the chat. Drop those emojis in the chat, members. Um, yes, y'all. So definitely, Tay, you still here? You hang out with us for everything. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, if you don't have to become a member, we'll still be here. The memberships are only 3 months old. I've only had memberships for 3 months. I only started them 3 months ago. So yeah, if you like to become a member, by all means. If not, that's cool. We can hang out and talk about 4400. Thanks for coming, Tay. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. So yeah. So final thoughts, y'all. I enjoyed this episode. I cannot wait for next week episode. I want to know what's going on with Claudette, Mildred, LaDonna. I want to see the Steve and LaDonna friendship or whatever. I want to see how that grows. If it grows, I also like, will they bring Noah back? Like, we miss Noah. What happened to Noah? I want to know. I really love Noah. Also, we know Logan, that's Shanice's husband, is on their side, and we know Logan is down for some like protest. Okay, so I'm super excited, y'all. I always talk about 4400 over on Twitter. That's where I spend most of my time when I'm not here, but also I spend most of my time really resting in bed from my chronic illnesses. So y'all can find me there. Y'all can find me on Instagram off and on. I want to do another Twitch live later this week, but we'll see if I do it. I have lots of good things coming up for the channel, y'all. My patrons and my members know about this amazing series I have coming up next month on this channel. I'm working really hard on it. And it is about life in St. Lucia. It's going to be so good. So all my folks on Patreon and all my members know what it is. So if you want to get the inside scoop, the behind the scenes, you have to join those. Otherwise, you can just get it when everybody else get it. It's no problem. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Abby! I'm just getting off Abby, y'all. Holistic Living with Abby Stockerman is another channel. She's Jamaican. She shares a lot of healthy living tips, etc. Thanks. I totally rebranded everything. I'm glad you like it. I've been seeing you commenting on my posts and stuff. Um, so yeah, y'all. So also, tomorrow y'all should. No problem, Abby. Look, we're all busy. We pop in when we can, and I appreciate all of the support. Even if you pop in for 5 minutes, I know we can't all be all things to all people, be all places at the same time. Okay, it's just if I don't see you for a little while, and you're always in these lives, I might send you a little message on Instagram and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Abby, did you get monetized yet? I haven't been keeping up with the things. So yes, y'all find me on Instagram, find me on Twitter to know what's up. Y'all should get a new video tomorrow and a new video on Thursday, because the goal is new videos Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, live stream today, Tuesday, and live stream on Friday. And y'all will, even if y'all don't see new videos for the rest of the week, because I still have to edit and upload them, we will be live on Friday to trash talk people doing trashy things. That's what we'll be doing. Okay, y'all. So Abby is very close to monetization. Also, I don't know if Vern's Junk Closet is in the chat, but Abby, if you're not following Vern's Junk Closet, make sure you follow Vern's Junk Closet, because sometimes they do like little playlist swaps and stuff. If you need playlist swap, you can ask them if in their chat, right? So y'all, if you have an extra device, go over to Abby's channel and run a playlist to get them their watch hours close so they can be monetized. We are getting monetized in 2022. What does Vern says? Vern says 2022 manifest that issue. Most says so 2022. So yeah, make sure y'all try, if you can, run Abby's playlist so she can get her hours, so she can get that money. Friday, what time Friday? About 3 o'clock my time, 2 p.m. Eastern is when it 2 p.m. somewhere, 2 p.m. Eastern, I think. Okay, but I will put the live up on Thursday so y'all can set the reminder. Um, okay, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me. We had such a blast. I hate to go, but we could sit here chatting non-stop about 4400. But y'all, I need to get some food in me since I forgot to eat. Um, and then also, and then also, I'm tired and my brain is a little bit shutting down. Okay, so thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for bearing with me through the little technical difficulties and what have y'all. And I like my new setup. Okay, y'all, that's it. Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of your evening. Um, take care of yourselves. Okay, take care of yourselves. Okay, y'all. Bye, everybody.